Hello my cozy friends and welcome back to another video. Wow, it's been a long time since I've said that. A lot has changed, so to give you a quick recap, last year getting married, moving into our new home, losing my job because I was laid off during the big tech layoff, and then ended up actually getting an offer from the biggest dream company that I could ever think of. That's what we're gonna say for that. I've gone on my honeymoon, we've traveled to multiple different countries. A lot has happened, and through all of that I have done a lot of reading. But this last 6 months, at least for 2023, has been a rough reading year. And I thought, you know, to get back into reading, why not kind of kickstart my vlogging, my YouTube, bookish, cozy vlogging channel again. I thought, why not kick off with a July TBR video? But before we get into the video, definitely go and check out my Instagram page, A Sip of Cozy. It's where I post all of my bookish content, my cozy bookish content. Let us get into July's TBR pile that is a little ambitious for me since I've just gotten out of a reading slump. So to start off with, I most likely will have already read this book by the time this video goes up, and that is The Empress of Time by Kylie Lee Baker. This is the second book to The Keeper of Night. This is a duology. It follows a young woman who is half Japanese, half British, and she is a reaper. She's a shinigami, she's a reaper. She goes and collects souls, and obviously she is ostracized in the British community because of the fact that she is half Japanese and half white, and the fact that it's also taking place in like the early, I think, Victorian era. This is the second book to that duology, so I won't kind of give you a background on this. So I'm planning on picking this up. Actually, I'm already picked it up, and I'm halfway through this book. So yeah. Then going into the next book that I'm hoping to read, and I don't know why I'm saying hoping when I've actually already started it, but planning on reading in July, and that is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I am actually already 105 pages into this book, and I am annotating this one. So I'm just going to give you a broad basis of synopsises because I do not like explaining synopsises because I suck at it. But this book follows a young woman, her name's Araya, I believe. She is human in a very vampire world, and she's actually adopted by one of the night vampire kings as a child, and she grows up in a vampire palace, and there is a tournament. The whole point of the trial and these trials in this tournament is to be the winner at the end and get a wish from the goddess. Anyways, like I said, I'm really bad at synopsises, but it's a human, there's vampires, there's a tournament. I mean, what more do I need to say? So, to explain this next book, during that time period of the world going to shite, I entered my manga era, and man, did I enter my manga era hard. So before that, I had only really collected fruits baskets, and I only owned that type of manga. But the moment that end of world shite happened, I became obsessed with manga, and that leads into my next read. That's the point of this story. And currently, I am going through The Demon Prince and of Momoki House by Aya Shoto. This follows a young woman who inherits the Momoki house. It's her house, it's in her family's legacy. However, when she goes to this rundown house, it is currently being overtaken by a bunch of male shinigamis and the male Nue. He's a human, but he also is turning into a demon, and it follows her story of falling in love with him and trying to help him escape from Momoki House because this boy is trapped there. And so I do own all 16 volumes of this series, and I'm hoping to finish it either within July or August. Moving on from manga, it's not very far from manga, but I also have The Heaven's Official Blessing. This is Don Mai. This one I have seen the anime to, or the animation to Heaven's Official Blessing. I've always wanted to read the book. The original, I think the original copy is over 1,000 pages long, but when they translated it to English, they, I think, are going up to 8 volumes, and so I own the first 3 or 4 volumes of this. If you want to know what Heaven's Official Blessing is about, go to Goodreads because I think Goodreads is going to give you a better synopsis than I will. All I can tell you is that there's a prince. He has been banished multiple times from heaven. He's been cast out multiple times from heaven, and one of the times when he's cast out from his multiple times in heaven, he meets a young man, and said young man has a lot of mystery behind him, a little bit of underworld mystery behind him. We have In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. Very, very, very excited about this book. This is a found family book. This is a creator creating his family book out of parts, and then obviously that said humanoid falling in love with another individual. I absolutely love TJ Klune's books. I have collected every single book that he has released. Been kind of straying from, fantasy, not very far from the fantasy tree, but kind of going into the mythology. We have Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. I absolutely love Natalie Haynes. I love her retellings. I loved Pandora's Jar. I loved 1,000 Ships. She does such an amazing job at taking these women in mythology and giving them a voice and giving them power. But if you don't know, Stone Blind, it is the story of Medusa and how she came kind of to her own power and how she, was viewed as this villain by not only the gods. It goes into, was she the villain or was she actually the victim? And so I'm very excited to get into this. And finally, the last book, I think the most popular book of the year, the one that has been talked about 100 million times, the one that is all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over Threads, all over every single social media channel that there is, that has skyrocketed in the Goodreads chart, the Amazon chart, is one of the books that has had the highest rating since the moment it came out and has not been decreasing anytime soon. And you can already see it in what it is. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This was a book that I really wanted to hold off for a while for reading. I'm a person that if I read a hyped book when it's at its highest peak, I will most likely dislike it. I have been very much so avoiding mainstream content on this book just because I knew I wanted to read it. So Violet has been training to be a scribe and everything, but her mother's like, nah, you ain't gonna be a scribe, hon. You are going to become a dragon rider. And she is thrust into this dragon riding academy, and there's romance, and there's dragons, and there's a baby dragon apparently. That's all I got for you. Like, see what it's like. We're gonna see if my opinion of this book is following the mainstream of most people giving this book a 5-star. I do not give 5 stars very easily. So we shall see. There we go. All of these are the plans for July. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I'm a rambler when I talk. I move my hands a lot. I talk a lot with my hands. So thank you for putting up with me for the last 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long this video is going to end up being. Make sure to like this video for more videos like it. Make sure to leave a comment below. What do you plan on reading in July? Is there any releases or any books that you really want to get to in July? And also make sure to follow my channel for more videos. I do plan on creating more videos now that I'm getting back into the groove of reading and wanting to create more video content. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!